Imagine waking up one morning, grabbing your bank card, and realizing your entire life savings has been frozen. Not because of something you did, but because of your bank's mistake. Now imagine calling for help, and instead of support, you get laughed at, mocked, even insulted for having a foreign name. Well, the bank thought they had power. They thought I'd just sit quietly and take it. But they forgot one thing. There's nothing more dangerous than someone with nothing left to lose, and $3 to spend. If you've ever been disrespected, underestimated, or treated like you don't matter, this story is for you. Hit that like button, make sure you're subscribed, and get ready for one of the most satisfying acts of justice you'll hear all week. Because today, a tiny local bank learns that messing with the wrong customer can cost more than expansion. I've always believed that smaller banks and credit unions treat you like a human being. You know faces, not numbers. So when I opened an account at a small, friendly-looking local credit union, I honestly felt safe. I didn't put all my money there, just enough for daily expenses, groceries, gas, bills. Nothing crazy, just trust. The day everything went wrong. One afternoon, I slid my card into the ATM, routine, automatic, and the machine spit out a message that made my stomach drop. Transaction declined. No cash. No explanation. At first, I thought it was a glitch. I walked inside to ask for help. The clerk smiled politely, too politely, and said, "Oh, this happens sometimes. Just use this special code instead. It'll pull cash straight from your account." It sounded weird, but she entered it for me herself. And sure enough, the ATM spit out the money. Problem solved, or so I thought. 48 hours later, I tried using the card again. Declined. But this time, something was different. I couldn't access my money at all, not online, not in person, not through the ATM. It was like my money had just vanished. Calling customer service. The first time I called support, I was put on hold for 47 minutes. When someone finally answered, their tone was instantly hostile, like I'd interrupted their nap. They said, "Your account is under review. There appears to be a discrepancy." A discrepancy. I hadn't overdrawn. I hadn't spent anything weird. The only strange transaction was the code the bank employee told me to use. The support rep wouldn't explain anything. Every question I asked was met with sighs, sarcasm, or flat-out rudeness. At one point I said, "This feels like a mistake on your end." And she actually laughed. "Well, sir, maybe where you come from things are done differently. But here, where I come from, my blood went cold. I wasn't born in this country, but I've lived here most of my life. I pay taxes. I follow the law. I do everything right. And here I was, being treated like I was some kind of criminal because my last name sounded foreign. Days turned into weeks. Every bill I had relied on that account. Food, rent, everything. My money was there, but I wasn't allowed to touch it. I called again, and again, and again. Each time I was brushed off, treated like a nuisance, or straight up insulted. One support agent said, "If you're that desperate for money, maybe you should have kept it somewhere else." I remember gripping my phone, so tightly my hand started to shake. This wasn't an accident anymore. This was disrespect. The breaking point. After a month, yes, a full month of excuses, humiliation, and zero answers, I called one more time. I asked calmly, "Please, can someone tell me when my funds will be unlocked?" The man on the phone said, "Sir, stop calling. You're only making this harder for yourself." Harder for myself? That was it. Something inside me snapped. Not anger, clarity. If they wanted silence, if they wanted me powerless, they were about to learn they picked the wrong customer. The idea. That night, I vented to my family on a call. My younger cousin, half my age, listened quietly. Then he said something like, "Why don't you fight back? Banks hate public embarrassment." I laughed. "How? They don't care." He paused, then told me about a little-known Russian service, a website that pays people a few rubles to post whatever you want on social media. Basically, a bot army for hire. I thought he was joking. He wasn't. He sent me the link. It looked sketchy, gray web design, broken English, a PayPal logo that might have been photoshopped. But they offered something interesting. $3. Not 300. Not 30. 3. I sat there, staring at the screen. If the bank didn't care about me privately, they'd care when their public image caught fire. So I wrote the first message. Warning. This bank has locked my money for over a month and refuses to explain why. Then another. They're rude, unprofessional, and target customers with foreign names. And another. Avoid this place. They freeze accounts and ignore customer rights. Short, sharp, brutal. I paid the $3. And then I waited. The storm hits. Within hours, not days, hours, something incredible happened. My phone started buzzing with notifications. The credit union's Facebook page. Dozens of angry comments. Their Instagram. New negative reviews every few minutes. Their Twitter. Flooded. Hundreds of posts. All from different accounts. All echoing the same warnings. Some sounded scared. Some sounded furious. Some sounded like disgruntled customers from years ago. It was